going on, everybody? I just wanted to share this with y'all. I'm about 6 minutes away from my favorite hobby shop. It's the closest hobby shop to my house. It's an hour and 10 minutes away from my house. And the reason we're coming here today is because last night when I was on Traxxas.com looking up Revo parts, the Revo 3.3 was not on the website. And I assumed it was discontinued, because if it's not on the website, it's discontinued. And if it's out of stock, it just says out of stock, but it'll still show it on the website. But no, the Revo 3.3 is not on Traxxas website right now. So I freaked out, and I started planning this trip. I've not even been to sleep yet because I've been up doing RC stuff all night. And as soon as the hobby shop opened up, I dropped my daughter off at my ex's house, and I headed straight down to this hobby shop. It took me about an hour. Like I said, it's about an hour and 10 minutes away from my house. And we're pulling up right now. And basically, I was going to buy a brand new Revo 3.3 since they were being discontinued. But on my way here, I called Traxxas, and they said, no, the Revo 3.3 is not being discontinued. Basically, it's just out of stock until spring or summertime, which don't make sense, because if it's just out of stock, it'll say out of stock. But no, it's just not on their website at all. But anyways, since I've already got several Revo platforms and a lot of Revo parts and accessories, and the only reason I was coming to get one today was because I thought they were being discontinued, and I wanted to have one brand new in the box, because they'll go up in value if they're being discontinued. But since I called Traxxas and they said it's not been discontinued, we're going to get a T-Max 3.3 instead. Now, I've not had a real full-time job, or I've not even had a job at all in the last 2 years. And the only way I get my RC hobby money is by selling other RC stuff. And I do pretty good on eBay. I sell a lot of RC stuff on eBay. I've made over $5,000 in the last 3 months on eBay, just RC stuff. And I've not sold stuff on there in the last month or so. But last night when I thought the Revo was being discontinued, I posted a OS nitro engine for sale and a couple sets of tires and wheels, and I got a couple $100 from that this morning. And basically, I was going to use that money to come down here and put a Revo 3.3 on layaway. But now we're going to put a T-Max 3.3 on layaway. I've also got this bag full of nitro parts. Most of it's Traxxas parts that I'm going to trade into the hobby shop for store credit. And I'm going to put that money also towards the T-Max 3.3. And guys, I promise I'm not going to keep yapping no more. I'm finally here at my hobby shop, and I'm going to show y'all this hobby shop inside and out. And they got a nice racetrack outside. They got all kind of RC products inside. There's 2 stories full of RC stuff. So guys, I'm going to go in and ask them. First of all, we're going to get us a T-Max taken care of and put on layaway. And after that, I'm going to ask them if I can take a video of it walking around the store, showing y'all all the awesome RC stuff this hobby shop has. There used to be a hobby shop. I come here pretty often, even though it's far away from my house. I come here at least like once or twice a month. There used to be an RC hobby shop just 20 minutes from my house, and I used to work at it for like 3 years, but it shut down. So this is the closest hobby shop to my house, and I love it. So guys, I'm going to get off here, go in and handle this T-Max 3.3, put it on layaway, and after that, I'm going to show y'all this awesome hobby shop. So stay tuned.
These parts back here.
Yes.
You don't have another part number, do you?
I'll be up there as soon as I can. Okay, come on, this way.
Look at this.
Excuse me. Excuse me. So I'm getting the red one. And it's about $600.
You go watch him right now. You go watch him.
Guys, when I get done with this, I'm going to take y'all for a tour around the hobby shop. So guys, you just seen the red T-Max I got. This is my receipt. It's going to be $643 total. And I put 28%, or wait a minute. I put $176 down on it. So I got a lot to pay off. But guys, this is the hobby shop. It's called RC Hobbies. It's a pretty big building. It's real nice. There's the track. We'll start out by going inside, walking around first, then I'll take y'all out to the track.
The kids want to come in.
Pretty sure.
I was thinking like apartment friendly.
Got the whole Traxxas wall. All the Traxxas RC products, cars, models. There's the new X-Max Bigfoot edition. So here's their nitros. That's the T-Max that we just put on their way. Pro Moto. I was going to buy that little 2.5 engine, but I literally just got a new 2.5R last week. And I got a Dynamite Mach 2.19 coming in the mail here in the next few days. This hobby shop has so much. They got tons of different Proline bodies for all different RC models. All the stock Traxxas bodies. Every once in a while I'll find a pretty rare body here they have. You don't see a lot of. They'll have one. They've got just about a body for any RC model there is. Sorry. They got a lot of RPM stuff. Here's all their Traxxas upgrades. They got a whole cabinet full. Real nice selection.
So those two are durable.
Yes, and those are, like you said, they're the same storage chassis.
All the Traxxas chargers and all the other different branded chargers. All the lipos. This whole cabinet is full of lipos. I'm sorry, am I in your way?
No,
I'm doing a YouTube video. Planes and helicopters. More bodies. More planes. Brushless setups. All different kinds of remotes and receivers. I'm not sure what these are. They're like little model plane kits. And of course, a bunch of more RC cars up top. All different kind of wooden stuff. Different metal rods and stuff. Helicopters. That's rare. I'm surprised to see that thing. That thing's been discontinued a long time. I used to have a Traxxas Aton and I freaking love that thing. These Traxxas trailers are sweet. Different servo adapters, different servo horns. All their different servos. Then they got all kind of tools. They're out of MIP. Well, they got a few MIP. They got speed bits. They don't have any regular hex drivers. I've been getting my MIP tools off Jenny's RC here lately. $16 a hex driver. You can't beat it.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew was looking for it.
I don't remember.
Now, he didn't, they had discontinued it or something, which I had one.
They got a great paint selection. Sorry. That's pretty sweet. This Traxxas paint's pretty awesome. Different crawler stuff. I've always wanted one of them Tamiya King haulers or Grand haulers. Of course, every hobby shop's got mini Z's. Then they got a little fly station. These are all their mini crawlers.
It might have worm gears in that one. You know, it's got super low. You just don't want to change it. Can you turn the wheels on it?
TRX 4Ms.
Not much you can do on it. They don't, the little ones don't
We'll come back to that.
gear and change the wheels.
Excuse me. They got different RC brand apparel, shirts, jackets, hats. These are all their crawlers, trail trucks. All kinds of really nice, pretty expensive RC wheels, beadlocks. Now we'll head upstairs. Oh, they got one of the damn semi-trailers. Rubber band planes. So they got all kind of different rockets. Different rocket motors. So Star Wars kits. We'll come back to that. We'll go to the inn and come back this way. I don't think these are RC, but they're not die-cast metal and they're not real hydraulic. They're just the cheaper ones. This is real cool. This is a die-cast model engine kit. It's $422. All the engine parts are like replicas from a real engine. And when I first seen this, I thought it was an actual engine that ran on real fuel, but it's not. It's just a die-cast model. But you can see it's got all the internal engine parts like a real engine's got. These are all just die-cast models. They got die-cast helicopters. They got miniature ones. Them plastic airplane model kits. I used to be big into plastic model kits. They got a whole wall full of plastic model kits. Both sides. I used to have one of them and I didn't finish it and it wound up getting thrown around and getting broke. We'll come back to that aisle. They got metal detectors and outdoor equipment. I think it's like, yeah, a gold finding kit. A It's like an off-branded Lego set. It's like an off-branded Lego set. Oh yeah, here's a display model of it. So here's some more big die-cast models. These are very nice detailed models. Then they got the slot car tracks and all kinds of different slot cars, any kind of slot car you'd want. These are really cool. These are like big die-cast dirt bikes. They're very nicely detailed. They look so realistic. And I love this. I've always loved this Caterpillar generator and die-cast model. They got big plastic model engine kits. I used to have one of these just like this. I built it and it wound up getting broke when we had a family move. We moved from one house to another and it got broke. They got die-cast, diorama stuff. This is a train section. All different kind of tracks, different scales, different box cars. That thing's big. It's $300. I wonder what scale that is. They got little houses that you set up around your train track. All kinds of miniature box cars and trains. There's another big one. Different light setups. I love these miniature scale trains. There's the miniature houses. So this is overlooking the entire hobby shop. They got some big airplanes hung up on the ceiling. I bet you they've got over 1,000 different RC models in here. And we've not even looked at everything yet. I don't know if we looked at them. Sorry. Here's the Traxxas 160. These little Summits are discontinued, but I guess they still got some in stock. I swear they copied Traxxas on that. That looks just like a Mini X Max.
It'll probably explain it to you on that one.
Love the UDRs. I've had 2 of them. I just sold the UDR on eBay for $1,000.
have a C charge cord for your phone or anything? That's the later model phones.
I do. I have the newer for the Apple phone.
Zero GC. That's what
Okay.
There's some kid-friendly RCs. I don't know what that is, but that's pretty sweet. Alright guys, let's head out to the track now and see what it looks like. Looks like there's a few people running. They do have really nice restrooms inside the hobby shop. I just didn't want to show y'all that. That'd be kind of awkward. I don't want people to think I'm freaking weird. And they've also got outdoor restrooms, which is just a porta potty if you're on the track and you need to use the restroom. So this track is a real nice clay track, and it's really done up pretty good. It's got a lot of nice jumps and bends and curves. It's got a great driver stand. They don't let you drive on it when it's wet or the day before a big race. They won't. It's free to come drive on this track, but they won't let you if they're going to have a big race the next day, because amateurs will tear the track up. It's a pretty big track. See, track closed for race prep. Stay off. They must be going to have a race here soon. Guys, it takes a lot of work to build these RC tracks. I've helped build 2 different tracks. One clay track, and it's a lot of maintenance to keep a clay track going. And then a U4 track, which was a bunch of rock racing and kind of trail truck track. And that broke my back lifting them heavy rocks. We had a MyLapse counter system, and you had to buy your own transponder to race. So I guess this is the announcement stand. This is the pit ramp. And then here's the big driver stand. So as y'all can see, it's a pretty big track. They must have redone it recently, because there used to be a lot of more aggressive jumps than there is, which I sucked at driving on it. I tried driving my UDR on it, and I done so bad. This track looks like it'd be a little bit more easy for me to drive on. And then they got a dirt oval track behind it. I've never came up here and participated during a race, but I've been to the hobby shop shopping while there's a race going on, and guys, you can't hardly get in the parking lot. It's so crowded. Well guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I guess I'm about to wrap it up. This video is going on about 30 minutes long now. But guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Like I said, this is just like my second week doing YouTube videos. I think I got like 6 subscribers, and I'm surprised that I even have that, so I'm pretty tickled about that. I'm surprised I have any subscribers at all, because I really don't know how to make fancy videos. I'm just a simple guy. I just like to get straight to the point and help people out, and I love sharing this RC hobby with other people. But guys, I guess I'm about to get in my car and take the long journey back home. It's going to take me over an hour to get back home. But at least I don't have to come down here every time I want to make a payment on my layaway on my T-Max. I can pay over the phone with my debit card. But I'm supposed to come next Friday, and I'm supposed to pick up a brand new Revo 3.3 or T-Max 3.3 for my buddy. He's going to pay for it over the phone, and he's going to fill my car up with gas if I come down here and pick it up for him. I'm kind of returning the favor because like 2 years ago I bought a brand new Traxxas UDR, and the batteries and chargers, it was like $1,200, and I paid over the phone when I was at work one day. I wanted one so bad. I kept daydreaming at work about getting a brand new UDR. This was kind of actually, this was a little bit longer time ago. This was several years ago, like back when they first came out. I wanted one so bad, so I finally broke down and bought one. When we went on break at my job, I had like a 30-minute break, and I called down here and I paid for the UDR over the phone. And my buddy, he drove down here and picked it up for me. And so I'm going to return the favor and come down here next Friday and pick up his new RC car, whichever RC car he picks out. But guys, I'll quit yapping. I hope y'all having a good day. I hope y'all enjoy this video. I hope y'all like my hobby shop. There's like 3 more hobby shops that's like the same distance away from my house. They're in Birmingham, Alabama. They're not as big as this one. This is pretty much the biggest around that I've been to, and I love it, and I love coming here. And these guys, they do a great job helping you out. They'll help you out and give you advice. They'll work on your RC cars for free. Back when I was working and I had a lot of money, I was coming down here and I was spending so much money, like every month, buying brand new RCs and all kinds of parts. And they got so used to me coming in, they all knew my name. And they was willing to do anything for me that I needed help with. Like stuff that would normally cost money, they would do it for me for free. Like I bought a brand new Kyosho Mini Z 4-wheel drive, the little white Rubicon Jeep, and I couldn't get it to work. Like I opened it up, it was brand new, and it wouldn't work, it wouldn't come on. And I brought it back down here, and for some reason that particular RC model, they did not have a warranty. Like it said, do not bring this back to the store if you have a problem with it. But I did anyways, and they went ahead and worked on it for me. And it turns out the on and off switch was like, it had a bad soldering joint, and they soldered it for me for free. And they're just real good people. They do a great job with helping you out, finding you RC parts. But take it from me, because I used to work at a hobby shop. One thing that really gets on the hobby shop people's nerves is when you come in asking for a part and you do not have a part number. Guys, if you ever go to a hobby shop, always do your research the day before, the night before, and get all your part numbers wrote down for everything you need. And when you get to the hobby shop, they can just take the piece of paper from you and go down the list, getting all the part numbers that you need. And that's what I always do before I come. The night before, I make a list of all the stuff I need, and I do all my research. And when I get here, all I do is just hand them the piece of paper with all the parts I need. And all they do, it takes them just a few minutes. They just walk around getting everything off the shelf that I need. And it makes them real happy. It makes their job so much easier. And also, if you ever bring an RC car and you want it to be worked on, or you need help figuring out a problem with it, don't bring a dirty one in here full of mud and clay and caked up crap all over it, and it's all wet and muddy. Try to clean it off before you bring it in to get it worked on, because it sucks working on a really dirty RC car. But back when I worked at the hobby shop, we would get used models in on trade all the time, and they would be so filthy. I mean, they would look horrible, and that was part of my job, is I would have to completely disassemble and take them apart piece by piece and clean everything, very detailed cleaning, put it back together, make sure there wasn't no missing or broken parts, and get it running right. Basically restoring them from trash to treasure, and then we would list it back for sale in the main hobby shop. I miss doing that, and I used to get a lot of great RC cars. We would get 50% off discount for everything in the hobby shop, and I used to get all kind of RC stuff for so cheap. I used to have a bunch of RCs back then when I worked at that hobby shop, because my boss, me and him got real close together. We were like kind of like brothers, and my boss did a lot for me. He gave me a lot of money. I bought 2 like life-size real life trucks from him, 2 Z71s from him, and he was just a great boss. He would do anything I needed him to do for me, and we would always, if pretty much every single day we would be. It was a real mechanic shop. We worked on real life-size vehicles, but he also had ran a hobby shop that was built into the shop. So one side of the building was a life-size vehicle shop. We worked on real vehicles, all different kinds of cars and trucks and vans and SUVs, from like real sports, high-end expensive models like Porsches and like sports cars, and all the way to like a piece of junks that only cost like $500. And then right beside, like one door over, there was just one wall separating it, was the hobby shop. And he actually had a mobile hobby shop also. So we had the hobby shop that was the little building. It wasn't really all that big, but we had a pretty good selection. We had all kind of different electric stuff and nitro stuff. We had some drones and planes. We had boats. We had pretty much we had a little bit of everything that you might want RC wise, and just kind of a small amount of part support for each. We mostly carried Traxxas parts because that's what was popular in their area, Traxxas and Axial. And I forgot what I was even getting at, but yeah, I miss all that. I miss working at that hobby shop. But guys, I guess I'm gonna quit yapping and rambling on, and I'm gonna finally let y'all go. I know I've done said it like 3 times. I'm gonna let y'all go. I promise I really am gonna let y'all go now. All right, have a great one. Thanks for watching.